Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It is me, your girl Britt Reacts, and I am back this time with some Daniel Tosh stand-up, not Tosh O content. This is Daniel Tosh. How do 90% of Americans have jobs?
You are now tuned into Britt Reacts.
It is great to be here in America. Yeah. The greatest country in the world. If you haven't traveled a lot.
Woohoo! Baby.
Do we have to constantly scream we're number one? It's always the people that live in the most boring parts of this country that scream the loudest. People in Kansas, we're the greatest country in the world. It's like, do you guys have internet there? You ever seen a photo of Fiji?
Hello?
I've never been to Fiji, but I've seen photos. It looks pretty amazing. It's hard to think we're better than that. We're top 10. Maybe if we started screaming that every day, maybe terrorists would stop trying to saw our heads off. We're top 10.
All right, I don't know. I want to see when, oh, this is 6 years old. It aged pretty well, as far as I'm concerned. Listen, this is a mukbang channel now, all right? I don't want to hear about it. I have 72,000 jobs, 2 children, a puppy, and a husband. I got to eat when I can eat. I'm sorry, but I'm not, okay? Not that anyone's complaining, but I just feel like I need to address it. The elephant is in the room. It's a salad.
Terrorists would stop trying to saw our heads off.
No, this is a valid point.
10. And they'd be like, that's fair. It was that number one stuff that was getting old. America's basically turned into one of these factories where we just have a sign up. Like, it's been 22 days since our last horrible thing. And it was like, oh, all right, rip it down. We're back at zero again.
It's really sad.
These things just keep happening. You know, whether it's Ferguson or Baltimore. I can solve racist cops. That's an easy fix. But nobody comes to me for the answers. You want to get rid of that forever? How about this? Only black people should be allowed to be cops. Boom, problem solved. And if any of you have issue with this, it's because you're racist. What about white people? White people can be firefighters. We're more outdoorsy, it makes sense.
That just made me think about my experience out in the woods with Mr. Elboy. If you guys don't know, we're cousins, and he has like an adventure outdoorsy channel, and he took me outside and made me the most delicious steak I've ever had in my life. But I mean, you want to talk about a fish out of water. Baby, if it's not air conditioning, if it's not enclosed, if it's not some type of perfume in the air, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. Okay? So he was right about that part as far as I'm concerned. Okay? Y'all got the outdoorsy stuff.
People can be firefighters. We're more outdoorsy, it makes sense. White people, firefighters, black people, cops. Who wants tickets to the softball game now? Yeah, it's gonna get pretty tense. Might wanna put in a mercy rule. And the next time we have one of these tragedies, inevitably we will, and you happen to be so unfortunate enough to know the person that's being accused of the crime, do us all a favor and don't get on TV the next day and be like, I lived next to him for 32 years. I never could have seen this coming.
Yeah.
Maybe you should be locked up for 6 months.
Right.
I find nothing more disrespectful. You never could have seen it coming. I've never met anyone in my entire life that I couldn't wrap my brain around the fact that they are capable of awful things. Literally no one. My mom could blow up a nursery.
Oh my gosh. I didn't realize what he was saying just then. But yeah, I'm with him. Like, I don't put past nobody. Okay? Not even myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, as humans, we are all equipped to do wild things, right? That's the whole part about free will. I feel like every day you have to wake up and choose not to do those wild things because I feel like it's more. My toddler's screaming. See, human nature. That's really, I really do feel that way. Like we have to choose to be sane and to be kind and to be generous and not to like harm one another, whether it's physically or with our words. I do feel this way. I feel like it's like human nature. And in that regard, like we're all capable of anything. I'm talking to you.
And if you put me on TV the next day and I was completely honest with myself, I'd be like, I can fucking see it. No, it makes sense. Sometimes when I was a kid, I'd come home from school, she wasn't happy to see me. I think she hates children. Ladies, know that every man you're sitting next to tonight, if you could get into their head and see every thought they have ever had, you would immediately pull out a gun and blow your head off. Because trust me, they're capable of anything. All day long, every day, nothing but twisted, weird, awful shit is just going round and round and round. And what do you do at night? You snuggle up next to them because you're so happy that you're not alone.
Right. Right.
And I think that says more about you.
Yeah. I'm with you, Tosh.
That notion that your parents raised you on, stand by your man, if you're insane. The second your man gets accused of anything, you immediately distance yourself. Just be like, I don't know what the fuck he's into. And buy clothes and
All right. I have now reacted to quite a few comedians. I feel like from different genres of comedy, different time frames, different eras, different levels of like appropriateness. I don't know the right word. And I feel, other than like an occasional F-bomb, he's a pretty wholesome comedian. Like he's a very, very like straight-laced comedian. He's got very straight-laced humor. I mean, I don't not like it. I just, I think I prefer to be uncomfortable and laugh. Y'all know, like when I'm cringing, like, oh, I think I like that type of comedy more. This is like a comedy show you could take your mom to and sit with your mom and not be like wildly uncomfortable. And if I'm wrong, comment the clip that you want me to watch. But that's how I feel about him. I feel like he's a pretty wholesome comedian. I cannot pick up this blueberry for the life of me in this salad. I was trying to fork it.
Next town, we'll forgive you. By the way, I do love this country. We're the only place with any diversity. The entire planet's segregated. You realize that when you watch international sports. Like I was trying to watch the World Cup, despite hating it. I get it, soccer's the most popular sport on the planet. That's because half the world can't afford AC.
Oh!
And that's about how long you have to run just to get tired enough to fall asleep in these godforsaken countries. You ever try to gamble on soccer? What's the over-under, 0.5?
I don't even know what that means, Tosh.
How much time's left? It's a secret. I'm out.
It is a secret.
But we have diversity, other teams don't. Or if you look at the Olympics, you look at our US gymnastics squad, we have an Asian girl, a white girl, a black girl. Look at the Chinese squad. Any guesses? Did you guess exclusively Chinese bitches?
All right.
Yeah, that's all that's ever been on that team. That's
Tosh, you're making me eat my words. Chill out.
Chinese bitches.
The B word?
Yeah, that's all that's ever been on that team. That's all that will ever be on that team. And they wonder why they're not getting golds anymore. Well, you better get a Harlem in China. You think snapping together
You better get a Harlem in China is crazy. Weren't y'all just mad at that one girl? What was her name? Elaine? Because she went and played for China instead of the United States or something like that. And everyone was like upset with her. But she's like a Chinese citizen. I don't know.
Pads all day is tough. It is not as tough as it used to be. Now they have suicide nets around their building so they can jump out, bounce right back. Sorry, boss, just need some fresh air. Back to making Americans more stuff? You got it. This is a tough joke to do as a white comedian, but here goes. Because where this country is now, from where we came from, is pretty remarkable. There's nothing more shameful in our country's past than slavery. Okay, that's horrible. But
shout out to him for acknowledging that in the day and age where they're trying to erase it from history books or reframe it to say it was like paid labor.
grown up in a generation where I've idolized black people my entire life.
I know
they are
that's
better
right.
at everything.
Oh, okay.
So the fact that we pulled off slavery, I've already said it's awful. That's off the table. I'm just saying it's kind of neat. I mean, at any point, they could have been like, we can just run away, right? And you will never catch us. And if you do, we will beat the living shit out of you. All right, that's about how well that joke should go over. There's a fine line between appreciating the sarcasm and, ooh, this feels like a rally.
Oh,
and you
okay,
did well.
he's funny. I really like him.
That's a joke I do not do everywhere. That's a joke if the audience gets a little too excited, I shut it down.
Yeah.
You start hearing a couple yee-haws, trouble's a brewing.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
As soon as
Turn the mic
yeehaw
off.
hits a certain octave, hate crime and T minus 10, 9.
Valid. Oh, God. Okay. Not anymore. Not post-COVID. No one is working. Everyone's at the mall at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Everyone's on the highway at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. No one has jobs.
I wouldn't. Hearing you, moron.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Oh! Period. Does he have children? Did he have children at the time? Does he have children now? Thank you in advance. That's enough. Indeed, Boral said that. Oh! Uh-huh. Journal is crazy. Oh gosh, Tosh. Oh. This is aging like the finest bottle of wine, if you ask me.
I go, shit, China's here. Do we take off our shoes? How does this work?
Okay, he's funny. He's actually really funny. I quite enjoyed that. Let me know if you did, and if there's something else you'd like me to react to from Mr. Daniel Tosh. And go and have the day you deserve. Bye.